Spoilers.
All right, welcome back to Spoilers.
Woo!
The greatest podcast this world's ever seen, where we talk about movies.
No one's seen this. It's audio.
The greatest
cut
podcast
that
in the
out?
world. No, we're continuing. Spoilers podcast.
Like it says in the title, there are spoilers. Like this entire thing is spoilers. We're not gonna hold back because screw you.
Mm-hmm. But on the
possibly anything
Spoilers
bad.
podcast, we talk about movies, games, books, anything nerdy, maybe TV shows. Doesn't have to be nerdy, but it typically is. And we got some exciting topics today. Our main event, Rogue One. We saw it yesterday. Oh boy, do we got lots to talk about. He just wanted to make noise on the audio.
It does look cool. But
It
that
does
wasn't
look
my
cool.
main intention.
All right, but to start off today, you've seen it. I've seen it. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer. What do you think?
I think it looks so pretty.
Yeah.
Like, it looks so much more vibrant. Like, the last Guardians of the Galaxy, it had this kind of vibrant look to it, but it had a vibrant look that was dulled down because of the digital camera.
Yeah. We've had many discussions about digital cameras recently, these past 2 weeks. He's dying today.
Yeah, I had to walk here in the cold, and I had to also run because my legs were freezing.
Yeah.
I
But,
was
so,
shot.
we saw a couple things in this. I say a couple things. We saw a lot of things in
We
this.
saw too many things in this.
Yeah. Well, actually, like, what they're saying is that because people analyze trailers so much, that James Gunn, to make sure that no spoilers were in it, he only
only
showed
put in-
stuff from the first 1 and 2 acts.
Yeah.
Nothing from the final act.
Yeah, it looked really cool. Like,
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, but we
It's
saw
very well done.
our new Guardians member, Mantis, who
Yeah, we did.
outed, what's his name again? Chris Pratt's character.
Yeah, immediately. Like, it's like, I can tell your emotions by touching you. It's like, ooh, you feel sexual love for this person.
You feel love.
Yeah, I feel a general love for everyone here.
sexual love.
No,
For
no.
her. But,
That was so
yeah,
good. And then Vin Diesel, his character just lost
Not
it.
Vin Diesel, Dave Bautista.
Oh, sorry, Dave Bautista. Vin Diesel's Groot. Which
Yeah,
is
which-
Baby Groot!
Yeah, he's actually voicing
Woo!
Baby Groot, which is
I
kind of
know,
cool.
it's hilarious.
So, yeah. But we got to see Mantis, who's going to be a new addition to the team. What did you think of her?
She looks fun.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a really cool comedic thing because she'll just actually like walk up and just kind of touch your shoulder and then just say how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And it's like, would you? This is not helpful.
Mm-hmm. But as you may have noticed, she's not green, but she is in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, I was watching somebody else and they were talking
It
about
ain't
this.
easy
There's
being
so
green.
much green in this universe already. We got the Hulk, we got Gamora. Too much green.
You've got two things, man.
Yeah.
We
I
also
know.
got Kermit and Yoda.
One of those is part of Disney, so I guess that kind of counts.
Kermit.
Yoda. But yeah, and
Yoda's the new Disney princess.
we got to see Baby Groot in action,
Oh.
which was actually like surprisingly,
Really funny.
actually really helpful. Like we was fighting that one guy and like
Just threw
tripped
him off the edge.
Yeah, that was actually really cool. I was surprised that he's actually like still up, really useful to the
Yeah.
team. He's
But
actually
I
even,
think-
probably even more useful because he can be stealthy.
I don't think so.
I don't know. He can get through these air vents now.
Yeah,
If they ever
But-
need that.
I found it really funny that the guy was like horrified of him still.
Yeah.
But I think since Groot kind of like is coming back, he's kind of like a baby now.
Well, yeah.
Like
apparently,
he's got the intelligence, and I hope he still has his memories.
Yeah, he does still have his memories, but he's lost his maturity.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. So now his brain has his brain development kind of is much lower.
Yeah. Although
Which,
think about it, in the first movie, he didn't have much maturity then. Imagine what it's gonna be like now.
Yeah, I know. Well, considering he kept trying to press the detonate button on the huge bomb.
Yeah. So, and then what else did we see? We got to see the new costumes.
Oh yeah,
Gamora's is like so cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
I really like. Sorry.
He continues to die every second of this
It
podcast.
hurts so bad.
Yep.
This is a bad time. We got to. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say now. Gosh dang it!
Well,
Now I'm
okay.
upset.
We got to see Yondu. And
That's
his
what it was!
fully
Yondu and
finished-
his giant fin.
Which we were wanting in the first
'Cause
movie,
that's how
but they said
in
it
the
was.
comics.
They said it was impractical, so they just gave him kind of like this little rectangular lump. But now they're giving his full thing because they're like, screw it, let's go all out. People loved the weird in the first one. Let's do it even weirder.
Exactly.
And I love it. And it seems like he's actually going to be apparently a part of the team now. Same with
Cool.
what was the girl from the last one, the robot girl, played by Karen Gillan.
Yeah, I love her.
She's also probably
The actor, not the.
Yeah, she's apparently also going to be part of the team now.
Oh.
But what I heard was that like the Raiders, like
Oh yeah.
are going to be
The
questioning
scavengers?
Yondu's loyalty because he seems like he's more faithful to Chris Pratt's character, who I can't remember his name
Oh,
for the life of me, which is really awful. Star-Lord. There we go. But yeah, and now I imagine the robot girl. Can't remember her name either.
It's been a while. We haven't seen the movie in a while.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't blame us.
I'm getting old. I'm 17, but that she's probably not there out of her own goodwill. She probably has some like secret intentions. Or something like that.
To get with Star-Lord.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, talking I did not think would be this hard.
Well,
I
we're
need
too
some
far
hot
into this now.
I need some hot cocoa after this.
Yeah, you need some hot
I
cocoa.
want your hot cocoa.
But
All right, next topic.
yeah, that's a small thing. You got any final words on that?
Other than I'm excited that it's gonna be pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. Also, this is David Bowie's gonna have another song in this, which he's going to be the only artist to return from the first soundtrack.
Oh, David Bowie.
And he was supposed to have a cameo in this, which is probably the most upsetting part.
He probably would have been like, they'll find out like he's actually an alien.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, David Bowie was an alien the entire time.
My dishwasher is singing its song, meaning it's done. Not dishwasher.
We'll just cut that out.
No, it's good. So moving on to our next topic, something we're probably even more excited about, just because we love this series so much.
So
The Walking
much.
Dead games by Telltale.
Season 3, baby.
Yeah, a new trailer was released last week.
Well, now we're playing the first season on our other game
Yeah,
show
on our
right now
Couch Bros. Check it out if you haven't.
because we're lovely.
I don't know about
And you just bought season 2.
I did just buy season 2. I'm really excited to finish season 1 and play it because I've only
Mhm.
seen that once and I haven't really
Yep.
gotten to.
And we're
Learn
gonna,
much.
we're gonna get season 3 and
When
that's
it
gonna be
comes out.
awesome.
Yep, it's gonna be expensive to buy it, but I don't care.
It looks really good. They are introducing Jesus. They already
Jesus.
introduced him into the TV show, but I think
Yeah.
this is gonna be a better, like,
Platform.
for
him?
him.
I don't know
Because
much about him at all.
I don't know tons because I wanted to read the comics more, but I only kind of really got into the show, and then like the last 2 seasons I haven't been really paying attention to,
Yeah.
other than the last episode of the season beforehand, the first episode of this one.
Yeah. Okay.
They just seem really boring.
To
in
start
between.
off, the new trailer, it basically is kind of like a synopsis for the game. The first 2 trailers were kind of teasers, or I think there's only one
Yeah.
trailer maybe.
Yeah,
this one
it
actually,
was the background of the new guy.
Yeah, this one actually sheds some light on the story,
Yeah.
which it's called A New Frontier, and I think we're going up with some kind of group, kind of almost like a democracy or like some kind of government called A New Frontier.
Yeah,
And they
The New
started out
Frontier.
good, but now they have different goals, and they're not.
Well, remember when, like in you've seen the ending of season 2, right? Like, have
Yeah,
you seen all
I
the
went
endings?
up to season 4 on the show.
No, I'm talking about
the game. Sorry, yeah.
You saw all the endings for season 2?
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, like, there's the endings where like Kenny takes to the
That
place.
Yeah.
That was the place in the trailer when they were running to
Yeah.
it, and I think that they were also on because it was like a wall of crates or something. What's it called? Cargo crates or something. And when they were inside and they were being held down or whatever, and like being aimed at, like with guns, it was like, they were all on those kind of crates.
Yeah.
So I think that that's actually the New Frontier, and the thing is, Clementine was kind of a part of it for a while,
Yeah.
and then kind of pushed out, or like kind of she didn't want to be a part of it because like
Yeah.
it turned darker.
Mm-hmm.
But that also depends on what ending you get, 'cause the endings are all different. So I'm wondering
Yeah.
how they're going to incorporate that.
Well, it probably ends up like leading to there at some point. They're probably
matter
going to
what.
explain it. Yeah, because and honestly, to make a sequel, you have to kind of bring it all together in one
yeah,
place.
like
to start
multiple
off again,
endings are always fun and all, but you have to kind of bring it in again
if you're
Kind
gonna start up again.
of- Yeah.
But so far in the trailers, we've only seen 2 characters that survived in the last season.
Yeah.
We've seen Clementine and AJ, the kid.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Kenny.
No.
There was Jane, And then I think there were some other people.
Yeah,
Jane was
because-
really cool. I like Jane. I can't
Well,
remember
in the
much,
end,
but-
you can't choose between Kenny and Jane. I don't know why you choose Jane. Come
Yeah.
on, Kenny.
But we haven't seen either of them. In the trailers. Although I feel like I've seen a picture of Kenny. Like we saw a picture of him from this, I believe.
Yeah, I did see it. Like it was one in the recommended video because I hadn't seen the Walking Dead 3 full trailer yet, so he showed it to me before this. And like in the recommended thing, it was a picture of like Kenny beside Jesus,
Yeah.
and so it did look revamped, but it might have just been fan art.
Yeah, but it was something like it wasn't saying that like they were like he was Jesus, which wouldn't make sense because Kenny lost his eye.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
Unless he's been faking it,
yeah, I doubt that.
faking it really well.
Yeah, I had thought about something and I can't remember. But oh yeah, it's been actually like a number of years. Like between season 1 and 2, it was only like what, a year maybe.
I think it was a year or two. Yeah.
This one feels like it's been like 4 or 5
Well,
almost.
because now she's what was it? She's like 14
In this.
ish in the new one, isn't it? 14 to 16. I can't.
Yeah. So it's
In,
probably
in,
just
in,
been like
in
4
season
years.
2, she was 11.
Was she 11?
Yeah, here, go grab the game case. It's right there. I read the back. I thought it said she was 11 because in the first game she was like 8 or 9.
Yeah, she was 8 and then she turned 9.
Yeah, and then on the back of this it says only 11 years old.
Okay, so then it's been about 3 years, which
Yeah.
is a
It's
while.
a big time gap.
Yeah.
Because the games are way ahead of the show now because the show's only been like a year. Right?
A year and a half.
A year and a half.
From
Which
what
is weird.
I
'cause
read.
I'm pretty sure it feels like much longer.
But wasn't okay?
But they haven't gone through another kind of winter yet. I don't think.
Yeah, but what's happening for that baby? Because I know the baby's born. Has it aged much?
They haven't even dealt with it for the past while. Like they completely forgot about it.
Really?
Yeah, they haven't been dealing with it. Like
What?
What the heck is like? It's here and there every once in a while, but it was a much bigger plot point. And I'm like, hey, this baby could be interesting, and then it kind of just
Yeah,
disappeared.
because I know like the baby was born in season 3, 4.
Yeah.
It was season 4 because it was born in the prison.
Yes.
So like it took 3.5 seasons for the baby to be born. She was pregnant at the start of the show.
Yeah.
So that shows the time
like,
progression
it was,
in that.
Wasn't she pregnant like end of season 1?
Well, yeah. Well,
season
she
2?
basically when Rick, because season 1 was very short. Basically, when Rick came, very shortly after he came, he found out because like they had like sex like right
Yeah.
after, and then she told him. Actually, no, it was in season 2 that she found out she was pregnant. Because remember, she sent those people to the store to get the pregnancy test.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because they were at Herschel's farm.
Yeah, but still, that took what? That would have been like about 2 seasons worth for her to just to have the baby,
Mhm.
which was like what, 9 months.
Yeah.
So like the time progression is kind of a little wonky.
Yeah. It's weird, but
I know there's like a huge jump between season 3 and 4, like a decent jump between season 3 and 4, because season 3 ends with them kind of just like outside of the prison, not having discovered yet, and then
Yeah.
like season 4 starts with them settled in the prison.
Yeah, there's like a big. I'm guessing like about a month of jump because Rick's
Yeah.
no longer like in charge and stuff, and now he's just gardening.
Yeah,
And he has
there's
to
the
take charge
council.
again.
He's growing his taters.
Oh yeah, Rick Taters.
The dictatorship.
All right,
But
we got a little off track.
yeah, we got a
Yeah.
little off track. But the new season, it looks absolutely stunning. What they've done.
It looks really
I think they
nice.
have a new engine. Maybe I'm not sure on that, but
it looks better than the Batman one a bit. Like, because I was looking at the Batman one, it still kind of looks season 2-ish of Walking Dead.
yeah, this one might be like their first one on a new engine. I have no
It still
evidence
looks really
of that,
nice, but like
yeah.
it looks Wolf Among Us. Yes, Wolf Among Us looked.
It
really
looks
nice.
sharper though.
Mm-hmm. It
And-
does look sharper, and the movements look nicer.
And yeah, and also like it looks shinier like when it's like rain like wet.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It looks really nice. It looks really pretty.
It does. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I think we're
Oh
gonna
jeez, I'm trying not to.
move on to the next topic here, which is another Marvel trailer that got released on the same week,
Oh man.
which we were not expecting because we thought that they would wait
Well,
till
I
at least
think
like Guardians
they realized. I'm pretty sure they realized it was going to get leaked because they released the teaser, and then later that night they released the full trailer for it.
well, no, the teaser said that it was getting released the next day.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I
But, like-
didn't pay that much attention to the teaser.
I think the reason they got released so close because I don't feel like Marvel wouldn't do that, like try to take away from the Guardians hype, is
Yeah.
because this one's actually still a Sony movie.
Yeah.
Marvel's just helping them, so Sony was like, "We're gonna release it." So I think that's what happened.
That is very possible.
But there was actually 2 trailers released.
You know what else trailer released? Friggin' that Transformers trailer.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about that.
No, we don't want to talk about that.
No Transformers.
But
Unless
so
it's like the good
there was 2 trailers released. There was an international trailer and a standard trailer.
Yeah.
International trailer
They
was
don't show
longer.
too much more. Like it was like just slight little things here and there that like lengthened the scenes.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
Yeah, it does look
And they've
cool.
slowly been stepping up the Spider-Man using his webs to hold something every time. First with Tobey Maguire was the train, then it was what was it in the next one? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, he was holding onto all the electric stuff, and then he was being electrocuted at the same time.
Yep.
And then this one, he's just holding the ship together.
Yep.
But I'm very excited. It looks really funny. It
Pretty
looks.
intense.
It feels like the comics. Like it looks
it
exactly
does.
like it looks and feels like
It's
the
not
comics.
gray and dull. It's actually like
It
kind of got that
looks
warm.
so
It's
vibrant.
It's warm.
Yeah, it's got much warmer colors.
Yeah, as like and like I've been reading Spider-Man comics and that's what they look like.
Yeah. You've been reading the Miles Morales.
Yeah, but it's still like the same kind of setting.
Oh no, I'm just like because those ones look really cool. They
Yeah.
look very interesting. And
Mhm.
Spider-Man's like jealous of his powers too.
Yeah, because the Miles Morales is way more popular. He's an actual Avenger, while I think Peter Parker isn't.
Really? He's not an Avenger anymore? Because I know he
Maybe
was
he
an
might
Avenger
be.
for a while. Like he became an Avenger like pretty soon.
Yeah, but I don't know if he currently is. But yeah,
Mhm.
or at least he's like Miles Morales was really young to become an Avenger.
Yeah. I have to say one of my favorite shots, just because it looks so much like the comic, was Spider-Man and Iron Man like going beside each other. Because that's always like the big picture, like at the bottom of the comic. It's like, oh, they're going together, they're going to be doing stuff together.
Yeah.
There was that in Daredevil, Spider-Man and Daredevil. Like Daredevil was jumping and Spider-Man was swinging right
Yeah.
beside him.
It was
It's
so
that kind
cool.
of cool, close-knit relationship kind of thing.
Yeah, the biggest thing I'm most like excited about this, like I'm not terribly excited about the Spider because he wasn't my I liked him in Civil War, but he wasn't
Yes, like
stellar
that
in
was
my
the
opinion.
that was one of the only things I really enjoyed about Civil War. Like Civil War was fun and all.
Like when
but
he was Spider-Man, but like Peter Parker, I was a
the
little
Peter
more
Parker,
iffy on.
but I really liked the Peter Parker in the trailer, but they were both kind of. He's really nerdy now.
Yeah,
Like
they're
beforehand, he was
getting it
kind of
right.
just silly, but now he just seems really nerdy.
Yeah, I don't feel like the Russos didn't give him enough justice as Peter
No,
Parker.
well, they had to deal with a lot of other
They
characters
did,
too.
and they're gonna have to deal with more Infinity War, and
They need more help. I don't know. How they're gonna last.
I don't know. But so I'm really excited for Michael Keaton as the villain.
Oh,
His
Michael
suit looks
Keaton.
really cool.
Michael Keaton is
so
one of
good.
my favorite actors.
He looks so intense.
You know what I've been seeing? There's the picture of Michael Keaton as Batman, and then the Michael Keaton as Falcon or whatever, and it's just you die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that because Michael Keaton's such a great actor. He did Batman. That's that's still probably like one of my favorite.
It's not the
Batmans.
Falcon, it's the Vulture.
Vulture. Sorry, that's what it was. And then like he did Batman, and then he did that Birdman movie. That was
Yes.
a while ago. But he did a few silly comedies in between that weren't like super huge, but I found them really funny.
And
And
he was doing that McDonald's movie before this.
yeah,
Was
that looks really cool.
Mhm.
Good.
It was supposed to come out this summer, but I feel like something happened.
Yeah. A lot of movies are being pushed back recently, but
Which
he's
isn't a
such an
terrible thing.
amazing actor, and I'm
He's
just so
great.
excited for it because I feel like he's finally going to be like that Marvel villain that we've all been really waiting for.
Yeah.
Because no Marvel villain has been like a super like ooh like Loki was good,
Because he actually got time to develop.
and then in Doctor Strange that villain was good too, and Dormammu was
Yeah,
kinda
he just needed
interesting.
more time to develop.
Yeah, like I
Which-
really like that actor who was also in Rogue One, which we'll talk about a little bit.
Yeah, Mads
But-
Mikkelsen. He's
Yeah,
actually so good.
He's a great actor. He's a very very talented.
And it's been a good year for him. He's
Actor.
been in 2 major movies.
Oh yeah.
Within 2 months.
Mhm.
But yeah. Anything else we want to say about that?
No. Other than his suit's really cool when he like touches the button and it kind of like releases.
Yeah, that's
That-
really cool.
that looks really
and
cool.
oh yeah, web wings. How do you feel about web wings? Because
I really-
typically they don't do anything. They're designed, but these look like they actually do.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be kind of like a glide kind of thing.
Yeah, which will
Because
be
I know
really cool.
I know Spider Girl. Like I had like an old Spider Girl movie.
Oh,
It was
yeah?
Spider Girl versus the Fly or something
Fun.
or something like that. I couldn't remember. It might have
It's
been
just like a
different
regular
movie.
fly.
Yeah, and yeah, it's really difficult, man. But she had like these little wings, and it kind of like helped her glide a little bit. And I think it's really cool because it's like an extra little addition, and they're doing something that hasn't been done yet in
Yeah.
movies. And I feel like always taking that extra step, being like, "Hey, this hasn't been done. Let's try it out," is always really good because it kind of brings in more. What am I trying to say here?
I don't know, Levi. That's
Why
what
aren't you
you're here
reading
for.
my mind?
I'm sorry.
No, but it brings in much more whatever. It just feel like a lot of people are going to be more interested in it because it's going to take a whole new aspect onto it because it's going to be like, all right, what can we do with this now? And it's going to be oh, look at all the different things we can do with Spider-Man now because we're giving him more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But to end off the Spider-Man topic, that logo. I didn't like it at first, but they
It's
touched
pretty.
up, and it looks actually like really good.
It's so pretty.
I'm excited. I'm more excited than I originally was when I first heard
Oh
about it.
yeah. Oh,
Now to
one
move
more
on, what you
trailer.
probably really want to talk about, and yet another trailer. We had 4 trailers in a row. Well, technically, kind of 4 trailers in a row. We have actually kind of one later, ishly.
This trailer.
But The Last of Us 2, we got a little teaser trailer, which you got a theory about, which I think is plausible. But
I hope isn't true, but I feel in my soul it is.
Yeah,
The Last of Us 2 trailer with Ellie on guitar.
it was a
and
really
Joel,
beautiful trailer.
It was really
Her
beautiful.
singing, it was just,
And,
it
like-
looks stunning.
But Joel walked in through the white light. And then he was like, he's totally just, I feel like he's dead, and he's her subconscious. Like, he's the visualization of her subconscious, kind of trying to talk to her.
His hair doesn't look as gray. So he makes
Well,
it
it was
look
also
kind
the
of
lighting.
Well, yeah, but he also it looks more kind of like a brownie. Like it looks,
Like
I don't know,
her,
he looks
her
younger.
thinking about him when he was younger.
Yeah,
But also like where she was, I'm thinking that maybe because they went back to that town right at the end of the game.
yeah,
I'm thinking that something happened. They came in and they just wiped out that town, and Ellie was like the only one left,
yeah.
and they like thought she was dead or something. And but yeah, I like how she's got that cool tattoo on her arm.
Yeah.
That looked really cool. I like her hair.
Yes.
It looks very fun. And she looks like much older, and she looks like what Ellie would look like. And I love her voice. I always love her voice. So good.
Yeah. Ellen Page.
Yes, she's great. Such a good actor.
It was Ellen Page, right? I feel like I remember hearing something that it was her originally, but then she had
Like
to go
there
do
was
something
something
else.
that it was.
No, she had to do
They didn't get to do the face scanning stuff.
Yeah, but like
And the motion capture.
because she had to go do that other game, that Beyond Two Souls or whatever.
Yes, which was awesome.
It was a great game.
But yeah, I remember. I couldn't remember if it was she couldn't. I always got mixed up between if she couldn't do the voice or if she couldn't do the motion stuff. But I'm pretty sure it was just the motion capture she wasn't able to do.
I'm gonna be looking at the cast, so
All right, I'll
you
just
keep talking.
Yeah, but I'm really like kind of scared that Joel is dead because Joel is my favorite character. Like he's one of just the best, and I want I feel like they're definitely gonna have to kill him off in this game just to kind of keep things going that are interesting. And I am excited to play as Ellie, but Joel he's just the one that I just love so much, and we've grown to love him so much, and we've grown to love the relationship together. So they're not gonna they might kill him off. Maybe I'm gonna say chapter 2, possibly.
I don't know.
But I feel like it won't be right away because they want to reestablish that connection again. To be like, hey, look, see, they're still great. But I also really love the song she was playing because she was playing the guitar, and she was doing the song, and the guitar made me like, Joel taught her how to play guitar and everything, and taught her it just made me really happy.
Yeah, it wasn't Ellen Page. It was Ashley Johnson.
Okay, so she was in on it though.
Yeah.
She was going to, but she couldn't do any of it.
Yeah. So.
That's too bad. Troy Baker though, he's a great voice actor.
Yep.
Did you ever see the there was a cut of the last part, like they were doing an alternate, like they didn't end up doing the ending that they made, but the ending was just gonna be one big cutscene,
Yeah.
and they changed it, but they were all acting it out with the motion capture, and he said, "Oh, you did." He did it perfectly this time, like because he kept dropping the gun, like he was supposed to grab a gun, and he kept dropping it.
Yeah.
And they finally got it right. He's like, "We're gonna do it one more time." He's like, "Just make sure, no matter what happens, just continue going. All right?" He's like, "It's okay. I'm not gonna drop the gun." He's like, "No, just whatever happens, just keep going." He's like, "I won't drop the gun. Just keep going." And he goes to talk to the person who is playing Marlin. I can't remember her name,
I don't know.
but the Firefly leader, and Marlene, and he basically like told her something to whisper in his ear, and she just went for it. And so what he told her was just start like singing your lines like operatic kind of thing. And so she sung her lines, and Troy Baker was kind of like, and he just got into it. And he started singing, and he made this whole like thing. And it was like really like it felt like him like you're at the opera, and then he kind of picks up Ellie off the desk and he runs away. He's like, "No, no!" And he like runs up the door, and and everyone was just completely quiet. Like everyone got into the singing, And
Yeah.
then they just like left, and it was just hilarious. Oh, it was so cool. It was like just out of like he told him to go with whatever happened, and he just huge different like kind of. I thought it was hilarious. I just love Troy Baker. He seems like a cool guy.
Yeah.
All right, I ranted for a while, so
Yeah, but I don't know. When is this supposed to come out?
I don't know. I don't think it's a release date. I think wait, it might have.
I think
can't
it's like at
remember. I
least
thought it was,
2017.
It was 20. It might have been July.
Summer, spring. Sometimes they just say the season, not the
Yeah.
date.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on to a movie that's coming out next week that we just kind of want
Based
to
off a very cool video game series that has been going downhill recently.
recently.
But it started off with cool story and just a cool concept. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So looking at all the trailers, reviewing
Looking
them,
at all the cast, Michael
Cast.
Fassbender.
ooh, that lady from Dark Knight Rises,
Oh.
can never remember her name.
Yeah, like everyone. What's his name now? The guy who played Alfred in the new Batman v Superman. Jeremy.
Jeremy
Irons.
No, not Jeremy Irons. Yeah, not Jeremy Renner. We're not talking about Hawkeye.
Yeah, he's a great actor, and usually he does like even his part as Alfred was amazing,
Yeah.
and he does a lot of like really good stuff, and all these actors are very professional and very like most of their movies are done like really well,
Yeah.
and like the director seems good, and everything just seems like it's gonna be good, and all the stunts were done like that were real, and
Yeah.
they even did a real leap of faith.
Yeah.
And so I'm very excited for this movie because I love the Assassin's Creed franchise. I remember my friend Miles lending the first game to me for me to play,
Yeah.
and then like slowly building up. And they were only up to Brotherhood was out at that time, I believe. And I slowly just got more and more into it. And so I got a little addicted to it, and I couldn't stop. Even though the third Assassin's Creed 3, the story could have been worked on a bit. The gameplay was lacking, but it was still fun to play.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag was super cool to play, but it was a little repetitive.
Okay.
But it was super cool. It's just a little too big sometimes. And then the new two that just kind of sucked. And then I don't even talk about Assassin's Creed Rogue or whatever. I've never played it. Apparently it was just a copy of Black Flag, though. But, yeah, I'm very excited for the new movie. I think it's going to be great. What are your opinions?
My opinion is, well, I had so much to say and I forgot.
I'm sorry.
But just looking at the trailers, it actually, because like I know from like looking at like other gaming movies, they haven't looked like the greatest. This one actually looks good,
Yeah.
and the story is set in Spain, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it's a
I
place
love the
out,
setting.
they haven't gone there yet.
Yeah, and I think that's a great place because it kind of has more of the vibe of the original games, which is what I feel
Yeah.
is kind of like just looking at the newer games. It's kind of disappointing because I like the setting of like the stone.
Mm-hmm.
That's-
I feel
the
like
buildings
I feel
on
like
it.
the games had too much of a jump between Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed 2 because it was like Middle Eastern to Italian,
Yeah,
and it was kind of like two very different things. And I feel like they could have gone further with the Middle Eastern,
yeah,
but they wanted to kind of jump more. They didn't realize how far they were going to keep going with that.
yeah. But I think it looks great. I like the animus they have, where it's like
Yeah,
the
it looks
crane
really
almost,
cool,
where like,
and,
they
you'll be
actually
moving with it.
yeah. I think
I like the concepts they're bringing to the series.
Mhm.
I'm not kind of upset by like, oh, it's not exactly like the games.
Well, no.
I'm enjoying the fact that it's like it's different and they're coming up with different ways
Yeah.
to do
it's
this.
almost like a different timeline,
Yeah.
which I like. I like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when they try to redo things. I want them to
And I
be
hope they
original.
don't kill off the main character like they killed off Desmond Miles.
Whoa! Spoilers.
Play
But
the intro.
no, no, I just battled.
I saw that.
but-
That was disgustingly amazing.
But moving
really
on to
cool.
the next topic, a game that you know way more about probably than me. I've just seen
Horizon Zero Dawn.
I've just seen trailers. I think it's really pretty and looks cool.
It looks so good, and
You're
the
gonna-
story looks so good.
You're gonna
Oh
lead
my
this,
goodness.
You're gonna lead this more than I am because you know more.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. As soon as I saw the E3 trailer for Horizon Zero Dawn, it looked awesome. It looks beautiful. And it looks kind of open world, and I think the concept's so cool because I'm always love kind of like these beautiful kind of like overgrown kind of things. Like, I love an overgrown city. That's why I
Yeah.
love The Last of Us so much. And I also love the fact that it's futuristic, but we've been brought primitively. Like, we've been brought down to a more primitive state.
Sticks and stones, baby.
They break a lot of bones. But like it looks really cool, and it seems like, because it turns out the main character is wasn't actually part of the colony, kind of like the tribe that's there.
Yeah.
She was found, and she has some kind of connection to the machines,
Okay.
and so she's actually able to like activate technology and use different things. And so they've always kind of called her an outcast, and she was forced to be raised, or they forced this guy to raise her. It was very father figure-esque to her, and it looks really cool. And it looks like you get to ride some of the creatures, and you get to do hunting stuff, and I think it's gonna be a cool game.
It
But
seems
you
like it
slowly
flows very
find
well.
things. Yeah.
It seems like it flows very well from like kind of combat to just roaming open world, and the combat flows very nicely just from what I've seen.
Like in the riding does look very smooth.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know for sure yet because I
It
haven't
looks
played
like
the
you
game,
haven't
but
played
it
it yet.
looks very smooth and very nice.
Yeah.
And I like the main character. She looks really cool, and she's got like a lot of different gadgets, and it looks like it could have this really cool deep backstory. My only concern is I don't like games that constantly go from the really nice beginning and then slowly get darker and grosser, and like it's I want a mixture of both. Like I want it to be kind of spread apart and like, oh, now we're in a dark kind of scary area and now we're back to the beautiful. That's what I really liked about Tomb Raider. They kind of like, even though they brought you to different areas, so at first you were in like a jungly area, and then it got dark and rainy, and then you were kind of like in a cool jungly area, and then it was like, oh, now we're in the snowy area, but it's still kind of like, oh, you're in like a bunch of like a pool of corpses, but then you come out and it's like this really pretty mountains.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they kind of put you back and forth, and I don't want it just to kind of slowly get darker and darker and grosser. Even though it is kind of a thing that's useful somewhat, because I do want to see the gross and the darkness and the muckiness.
Yeah,
but
you
I
can
want
end
it to
with
be
that.
yeah, I want it to be like thrown in there every once in a while, like exploring a cave or something, or doing that. But like that's my only concern for the game right now, and also that possibly the plot might get kind of what happened with Mad Max. It'll just
Lost
get
in the
like,
world?
Yeah, lost in what's going on because you'll get too distracted. It happens with Fallout a bit too, where you get lost in it. Like, luckily the plot actually kind of connects with the side missions in Fallout 4, but I know in the other Fallout games you just completely forgot what you were doing.
Yeah.
Which I do like, and I do like that about other games and Skyrim and stuff like that, but I'm scared that this game looks like it could have such a cool plot. I don't want it to get completely washed away by the immense, like, just powerfulness of the open world and just everything else that's going on in the game. I'm hoping that they put a lot of effort into the story as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't got much to say other than it looks beautiful and just fun.
Yay!
And the story, yeah, it seems interesting from the trailer that I watched. That had kind of some story. So I'm very excited that I know you're gonna buy it. You pre-ordered it, right?
No, not yet. I'm pre-ordering it tomorrow.
All right.
Because I didn't want to pre-order it at a GameStop at the mall we were at. I wanted to go to my GameStop.
Yeah,
At
but
special games stuff.
I know you're gonna let me play it, which excites me.
Oh yeah.
Unless I get a new console and buy it before then.
But yeah, don't worry. I'll have you over and we'll play it.
Yeah, but so I think that's all we got to say on that. I'm gonna add one more topic in that I forgot to write down. Suicide Squad Extended Cut came out this week. I just bought it today. I've only watched half of it because you came.
I watched most of the deleted scenes online though, because I've been trying to keep track of this. Because I did really like the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah, it had its flaws, just like every movie, but some of its flaws were
Not The Revenant.
not The Revenant. That
movie's-
movie was perfect.
Oh, it's so good.
So
I
good.
still have to watch that again. I bought it, but I haven't watched it yet because
So
it's just
good.
like such an endeavor to watch it. 'Cause-
Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh man, you're my hero.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Suicide Squad Extended Cut.
again, I feel like Jared Leto's Joker was completely drowned out because they didn't want it to be too dark, and that pisses me off because from what I've seen and all the extra stuff I saw, it's very angry. I'm just not happy with it.
Yeah.
Bradley, just you go ahead.
That's probably honestly been my favorite thing about this extended cut is the fact that we get more of the Joker and we actually get to see the really good things he did and not the weird things he did. Because in the theatrical cut, he's just kind of weird and not scary, really.
Yeah,
in
he's
this one,
in and out weirdly. And he has the line, my favorite line. This is the Joker line where he goes, "You're so crazy. It's like you're so crazy. I might think you're insane."
yeah. No, if you weren't so crazy,
If
I
you
think,
weren't so crazy, I think you're insane.
Yeah, and we
like
also
that's the Joker. And why didn't we have that?
and he actually has a really great Joker voice.
Yeah,
that
but
is
it was
actually like
it was taken out and it was like melded in with other stuff, and it was
it's almost as good as like Mark Hamill's, but like it's
Yeah.
kind of different in his. We
Mhm.
just got to see his weird cat purring and his kind of almost Jim Carrey type bits.
yeah.
Which-
They just brought up the little soft little bits and pieces, but I did like when they were like zooming out on the circle of knives and guns that there was weird like there were baby clothes,
Yeah.
and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. And also what I have liked more is that there is more character development.
Yeah.
There is no really plot changes so far, and I don't think there is at all.
Mhm.
But they've given more work to, especially Killer Croc, which I was excited about.
Killer Croc should have been developed more. I definitely believe that should have happened more. I know every character would have been much more developed in the original David Ayer version.
Yeah.
Like, Captain Boomerang apparently never came back, and that's why when he went to prison again, they just caught him.
Yeah.
And that's why he didn't have any of the things that everyone else did, and that's why he was so mad. He doesn't come back in David Ayer's version. And David Ayer was very kind about it. He was like, no, this is the version. This is the only version of the movie. This is my version.
Yeah.
But it's like, we know it's not. He had a much darker version. He had much more Joker.
Mhm.
Apparently, Jared Leto said he had like almost a movie's worth of lines that they took out.
Yeah.
And they took out all the Harley abuse stuff, which is like, I'm not for abuse. That's a horrible thing.
But
and
it's part
really
of the
dark.
characters.
But to know Harley and the Joker, you need to understand the abuse. Because that's it's a textbook abusive relationship. Joker doesn't even want to be with her, but he kind of
that's really apparent in this.
yeah, he doesn't want to be with her, but then he's like forced to, like he's like he can't stand not being with her, but he also is annoyed by her and like wants
Yeah.
to push her away.
And it only makes this movie about 10 minutes longer, the extended cut. And honestly,
That's really sad because they cut out like I know they cut out way more than 10 minutes.
for people who don't like long movies, this is probably like the best they could have. Like this is really good what they've done because it solidifies the characters more and it doesn't make it that much longer. Because honestly, beforehand it was a kind of a short movie. It's about 2 hours now. It's about 2 hours and 14 minutes. So which, I'm still fine with that. I'm not a huge fan of overly long movies. It feels
I
like
love this
a very
picture of the Joker though. It's really cool. I just
Yeah.
have to say he looks really cool. He has a modernized version.
yeah.
it
What's
looks
it, what's it
stylish,
had in the
but
comics
it's
with the New
modernized.
52 with like that kind of haircut? Almost.
Yeah, he's modernized. He's not. Oh, he's like he looks like a pimp now. He's dressing fancy, but he's dressing fancy in a modern way because the new fancy isn't like that super like that like the suit that he used to wear, which is still iconic and I love that suit.
Yeah.
But it's they're trying to make it different. They're trying to have their own kind of thing. Of course,
Yeah.
I hated Captain Boomerang's outfit though.
Yeah.
I didn't like it because Captain Boomerang was like he's supposed to be much more like he's still supposed to be kind of a douchebag, but he's supposed to be more of a I don't know a better douchebag.
Yeah.
I don't like what they did. I love the Deathstroke costume.
Oh, that
the
was
only
brilliant.
the only thing I didn't like about Harley's costume was short shorts. Like
Yeah.
I feel like she should have had like pants or something.
Or like at least to like her knees.
Yeah.
I feel like that like it's like
Like the
perfect
shirt
fun.
is cool. I like it. It's really like I really like the design. I thought it was really cool.
And her
But I ju-
jacket.
But like they even admitted to digitally making it look shorter in certain shots, and you can see it in some parts, and it's kind of like, what? She didn't need to be more sexualized. Like Harley Quinn's already a very attractive character. Like I gotta say, man, come on, we've all got a crush on Harley Quinn.
Yep.
But
No
we
doubt
don't-
about that.
We don't need to like push it further and make it more sexualized.
Well, that honestly that makes it worse. Like I'm not a huge
and she
fan of
said
like
she hated
sexualized-
it. It was apparently super uncomfortable.
Oh, I know. Like I like,
Why would
watching-
you put someone through that?
Just when the first trailers came out, I was like, that does not look comfortable. Like that does not.
Yeah,
Even...
the heels too. Like I feel like even running in heels and that it looked bad at times.
Yeah.
and
but-
so I think it should have been. That's why that's why I'm still a little iffy on the Wonder Woman heels.
Well, okay. I've
Apparently
actually.
they took that down quite a bit.
Well, the thing is with heels though, I've actually
the
seen.
Catwoman heels were
post
cool
about
in
this.
Dark Knight Rises.
I've seen people talk about this on the internet. You actually like if you like work on it, you can run in heels flawlessly.
Oh, you can, but I
Which
mean,
is,
like
like-
the point is, you shouldn't have to though, and
Yeah.
it's easier to run in other things.
Yeah, but like, there are people who do it because they're like, I want to like, look, you know, like they like wearing heels, but they also like to run, so like they do it so that they can do that.
I know, but when you're a warrior, like I just feel like
Like-
maybe something a bit tougher. Like I understand Catwoman, like that just looks cool.
Yeah.
Like, and she had like them as
That's actually
blades.
the person I'm talking about. They learned to run in heels because of Catwoman.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But
Like, I feel like Harley's heels were just like they were big and clunky.
oh yeah. Like you don't want those like big. I don't know what to call them.
Anyway, the extended cut, it looks great. I think it does add a lot more Joker stuff.
Yeah, which
And
I'm absolutely loving.
I'm just scared that he's not going to come back. Like, I'm scared.
I know.
He said he really wants to do the Batman movie, but I don't know how it's.
I would love it if we had a movie with him and Ben Affleck. That would be just brilliant.
Well, he's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite actors. One of my favorite musicians, and yeah, I'm really depressed about like how much they took out and how just how they just kind of washed his character away.
Yeah. So, I just honestly a lot of what to happen is to blame on the marketing because what happened was after Batman v Superman, people were like, oh, it's all dark and gray and boring and dull and we don't like it, so they're like, we got to make this movie fun and colorful, marketing it like that. But that's not what the movie was.
And then they changed the movie to accommodate what people were seeing,
which made it messier.
Yep, it made it messier. It made it too crazy at times. Like I found it fun. Like it was a crazy kind of fun, but sometimes it was like this feels out of place almost.
Yeah, this is supposed to be like a dark humor movie, but it becomes less dark humor and just more humor.
Yeah.
It's like because like
Like
that's
Miranda
what the
Waller's character was like the evilest character there. She was so like intense. Like she just killed everyone. Like they weren't classified to see all this. And it's like whoa.
Yeah, I know. There's only one problem I have with her character, and this is there's one scene where she looks scared. And I'm like, she would not look scared in that situation. That's when she's getting like abducted. Yeah. And I'm like, that is not within her character. So don't like. Maybe it was the actor. Maybe it was the director. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like that was I noticed that the first time I saw it, I was like, that made me a little iffy. But other than that, she was perfect.
Yeah.
On to the big event of the day. We saw that last night, opening night. Oh my goodness, I was excited.
My gosh.
I wasn't let down. It was even better than I thought it would be. I give it like.
Since this is a complete spoilers review, and if you should not be listening to this unless you have seen the movie.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
See the movie first. If you're listening to this, screw off. Go see the movie first.
Yeah,
this needs to happen.
It deserves your money.
I'm going to ruin it for everyone right now. Yeah. It is better than Empire.
It is. Honestly.
It is the best Star Wars movie ever.
Yeah.
It's given us what Empire tried to give us, but because it was held back, it wasn't able to.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader had the Darth Vader always had this darkness, but it wasn't able to show his force. Now Darth Vader made a joke at one point. Yeah. It was still scary while making the joke.
Yeah. We were able to take his darkness and put it into his like actions.
Yes.
Which made him so intense and like terrifying. Like there's a final shot at the end of him, like it's just before A New Hope starts, and he's just murdering all these rebellion
like they tried
troopers.
to when they were trying to escape, they got the Death Star plans, and then the room goes dark. And then it's like, you can hear the breathing, and it was darker, like, his lightsaber's gonna turn on. His lightsaber's gonna turn on. And it went, and his lightsaber turned on. I was like, his lightsaber turned on! And it was, like, super creepy.
And it's like the devil walking in.
Yeah, and they were holding the door, and the guys were screaming, like, oh god, help us! And they were banging on the glass, and they were, like, shooting at him, and just nothing. And he threw a guy up on the roof, crushing him on the roof, and then sliced him in half.
Like, it's terrifying, and I loved it.
Like, the guy was, like, banging on I'm for sure Vader was holding that door closed, like, because there was a little slit, and the guy handed the plans through, and then he just stabbed him, and as soon as he stabbed him, the door opened.
Yeah.
And it's like, this man is the demon he was meant to be. Yeah. And that's why I want to see an Obi-Wan trilogy, because I feel like they would be able to incorporate Darth Vader, but without him knowing Obi-Wan's there still.
Yeah.
And even Ewan McGregor, he's been begging for it.
But I know, anyway, back to Rogue One. He was brilliant. But, so let's start with, like, talking about what we thought about the characters. There was Jyn Erso?
Yes.
What did you think about her? She's the main kind of protagonist.
I thought she was really cool.
Yeah, I really liked
I liked her
Felicity Jones is a brilliant actor. I love her.
I like the fact that her motivation was the fact that she just didn't really have one.
Yeah, she didn't have one until her father.
Yeah, she didn't have one until she's like, all right, now I've got to kind of fight for this more. And it was still kind of like on the border. Like, she's not really a good guy. Like, a good character.
Yeah.
Like, she's not the hero type.
But she understands this is bigger than her.
Yeah. Like, in the end, like, this isn't a hero story. This is a Shakespearean tragedy.
It is.
We're not saying it's as good as Shakespeare, but it is the Shakespearean tragedy. Because
like everybody does.
I went into the movie knowing that in episode 4, they said a bunch of rebels died getting this information.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that they were all gonna die. I came into the movie, but even at the end, I was still so like just torn, and I was like hoping for some kind of redemption. But I know that the fact that they died and the way they died, like on that beach, was the way they should have died, and it was the best ending I could have asked for.
What I think is just amazing is that they took one sentence from the scrawl in the first movie and made it into an entire movie that's better than any other one.
Exactly.
And like all the
if all of the Star Wars stories are like this, the side plots, then it's gonna just knock the rest of the Star Wars movies out of the park.
Yeah.
Like, I love the original trilogy, but it was limited.
Yeah.
And then
they're bogged down by certain problems.
Mm-hmm.
This one doesn't really. Some people say the first act kind of drags on a little bit. I didn't feel that at all, but
no, I really liked it. But
yeah. And it's absolutely stunning looking, this movie.
And I love how the cast is so diverse.
And the characters too, like
there's like in the main cast, there's one white character.
I know.
And it's really well done. Like every character, they do what they're meant to do, and it just seems perfect.
And it doesn't feel like they're just random characters who aren't like they wouldn't actually do what they're doing. They're just like
each
it actually
character
feels
seems like that's where they belong in the way they're acting, and like the few people who are broken, the people who have hope, and the one crazy pilot.
And it's believable that these people like. It's like, you know, like how lots of movies they think like, oh, like they try to make it like, oh, they just got randomly caught up in this, but it doesn't feel like it's random. This actually just feels like it's random. Like it's it's just because of where they were.
Well, like the two former Jedis kind of thing. Like they were guardians of the crystals.
So they weren't Jedis.
They weren't Jedis. They were intact with the Force. They were kind of like priests.
Yeah.
Like
there was like a monk type guy and then like the kind of warrior type guy.
Yeah, and apparently the warrior type guy was like the biggest believer too. And then like once he saw his like friend going out there, like the blind guy going out there and he like saved them, he like kind of got his faith back.
Yeah,
like that was the kind of thing. It was a beautiful moment. It was so sad.
And and then he died, and like every time, like and the thing is, like every time a character died in this, I was crushed. Which doesn't happen
every single character I saw, even like the characters that were like, all right, in the last act, or like these are the guys that are volunteering. There was this guy with a beard. I'm like, oh, I really like that guy, and he got shot in the chest a little bit, and I'm like, oh my gosh! Every single time I saw a rebel die, I was completely crushed
because like they make you love these characters and make them feel important and like, matter to you.
Yeah, in the original movies, a lot of the guys they looked very similar.
Yeah.
And they didn't feel so diverse. And like, what really kind of brought it for me was when he said, like, we've all done things we're not proud of, but we want to fight for this one last thing. It's like, these guys are giving everything they have left.
It also shows the bad side to the rebellion, like, or, because, like,
the
other movies glorifies them.
I love how the rebels
are willing to do what they want.
Well, because in the books, like, there was a lot of stuff, like, afterwards that the rebels were, like, the politics of it was just really shitty.
Yeah.
And, like, I just loved it. I loved the comedy. They were able to do what Marvel can't do, which is able to
comedy, like
have
natural.
comedy in the first like 2 acts or so. Like I'd say it's split up in 3-4 acts, and in the first 2 to 3 acts, they were able to sprinkle in comedy here and there that felt real. Like it'd be like this is their actual reaction to this.
Especially the robot.
The robot because
he was so sassy. I loved him.
I know that entire movie can be summed up by sassy.
It is. It's so sassy, and I love it.
Well, like the first act and the first 2 acts were really sassy and really fun. And as soon as they got to the next planet, where it was darker,
a war.
They got to the next planet, it was darker and it was raining.
Yeah.
And it felt like The Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Like The Force Unleashed 2, there were a lot of dark, raininess, and it was really creepy. And then it got brought to the battle, and it felt like Battlefront 2. And it was like, they were like shifting through different things, but holding it all together. And it was the most epic thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. And what's great about this is because, like, the main series, these main characters, highly likely they're not going to die. At least in the first movie. This one, you have no idea. Like at any point, anybody can die, and that what makes it so like on the edge.
And the thing is, everyone died, even the rebel fleet that came to save them. And you know what was really cool? Gold Leader. Gold Leader was back. He was taken from the original like New Hope, and he was put into that. It was so cool. At least I believe so, because it sounded exactly like his voice, and the way it showed him for a few seconds looked like exactly like the guy, and it looked a little like bad. But like they even took voices from different characters from the first movie where they're attacking, and they explained the exhaust port in the Death Star.
Which actually find this like
which was like as soon as they explained it, it was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much for not just being some dumb architectural flaw.
They've basically taken out a plot hole, and I love it. They did it in the best way possible.
Like they were like, all right, we're gonna find a few plot holes, and we're just gonna pull them out here and here.
Yeah.
And, like, we figured out how they power the Death Star now.
Yeah.
With the crystals of what the Jedi used to build their lightsabers.
Yep.
And that's why it's so powerful. And I love when it hits, it becomes this, like, earthquake of, like a tsunami of Earth.
It's almost like a giant nuke almost.
It's like, oh, it was so good. And they were only, like, we're only doing a little bit of power because we don't want to show too much. We're just destroying stuff.
And the first time they
I
used
like
it, they
how the
covered
Death
it
Star
up.
was upside down, too.
Yeah.
And they did cover it up.
Yeah.
And I love Grand Moff Tarkin.
I was just going to bring that up. He the
looked
CGI was
so good.
And he's like...
Like,
I
you
don't
could
know.
tell they got an actor who kind of looked like him and then fixed him up.
Yeah.
But
like,
it was...
and
like-
he get used so well in this, too.
Uh-huh,
Like, they didn't
he was
waste
used
it.
perfectly.
They didn't just use it as a cameo. They actually had him as an
Princess
important
Leia at the
character.
very end was also CGI.
It was a little iffy.
It was that one was like, oh, that's a little iffy, but that's just because like different lighting and stuff, but it looked really good.
I have a question for you. Do you think when they were doing the model for Tarkin, or like the actor who was playing so that they could adjust him, do you think he was wearing slippers?
Oh, I sure hope so.
I hope so too.
Because like I remember when it slowly came up, because it was a beautiful, like it was a really cool shot. It came up behind Tarkin, and it was just like this bald spot and gray hair, and like you could see him in the glass reflection. I didn't think it was gonna show it. I was like, oh my gosh! I was looking at Riley and looking back at the screen, like, oh my gosh! It's great! It's Tarkin! It's Tarkin! And then he turned around, and I was like, ah! It was so exciting.
Yeah.
Everything about this movie. They brought back episode 4, New Hope, where the two guys in the bar, they were in it.
Yeah.
It gave a little cameo to Blue Milk in the very first scene in the movie.
I love that. And C-3PO and R2-D2.
Yeah, C-3PO and R2-D2 were also in it.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was awesome. They took the best parts of every movie and they just compiled it in. They looked at what the prequels did wrong and they fixed it. They looked at what the original trilogy was trying to do and they enhanced it. They looked at what The Force Awakens looks like and they made it look like that.
They also took the fact that they wanted to do references and kind of do an homage.
Yeah,
and they did it.
This felt like an homage film
feel
at times.
Forced. Though.
Yeah, it was so good.
And the story was so stellar. What did you think of the? I can never remember his name, but the general villain, the guy.
Oh, the director.
He was actually a general.
Really?
He was director.
They called him direct or something.
They also called him general, and director,
Oh, okay.
director general. He had 2 different titles in one.
I've seen the actor before, and I didn't really like him as much in the other stuff, but I did really like him in this. I felt like he was a good villain because he was. You could see he was power hungry, and when he was like, "Does that mean I'm still in charge of the Death Star?" Then, and Vader starts choking him. He's like, "Don't get."
Don't choke on your aspirations.
Yeah, it was like, oh snap! Everyone in the theater was like, oh snap! Vader's sassy too.
Then they all go oh.
Yeah, because you've never seen that kind of side of Vader. Because you got to remember, that's still Anakin.
Yeah, it's still a person.
He's broken now, but he's still got that kind of little here, look at me now.
Yeah.
Know? Because he always
that
screwed
arrogance.
with Obi-Wan. Yeah. And he's still kind of... it was just so well done. The story was really well done. It felt so smooth. I'm going to see this movie at least 20 more times in the next week.
And I must say, I spent, $15 on this?
Oh, yeah.
I would have spent, at least 20.
I'd spend $100 on this. I should have got, those D-box seats that,
that probably would have been the first time it would have been worth it.
Yeah, because, I didn't buy them for The Force Awakens because, I've never felt that they would be worth it. But this is the one movie I'd feel like...
I
want the
ticket
full
for
experience.
The Force Awakens.
Yeah. Well, still,
you wouldn't have if you had the choice.
This movie was what we've always wanted Star Wars to be.
Yeah.
With the references and homages and just, what we've always known and what we love. It took the things that we love and put them into the movie that we needed.
And it fits so smoothly into the lineup of things.
Yeah, and they jumped into hyperspace. The ship jumped into hyperspace right at the end. Oh.
But it literally ends right when Episode 4 begins almost.
I really loved the Hammerhead ship.
Oh my goodness!
That was probably the funniest and most intense part of the entire thing. They're like, release the Hammerhead ship, and they it went out and it rammed into a Star Destroyer,
which pushed that was deactivated.
That was already deactivated. Pushed it into another Star Destroyer, completely tearing it up, and I'm gonna talk about the music next, but it pushed that one, ripping it up as this epic music played, and then pushed it into the shield and just destroyed it.
Yeah,
and oh my gosh, the music. They took all the original songs and they changed them slightly.
Yeah, and
Like,
they sounded so beautiful.
It was so well done.
I couldn't find the disc at HMV today.
Yeah,
or the
it's
shop.
probably not out
I
yet.
didn't look too hard, but like La La Land was already out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see that again. Or want to see that.
I'm seeing that with my sister, but
Yeah. But yeah, it just... The music was so beautiful. I
just
don't
wanna-
even... Like, I've tried to go over the movie over and over in my head, trying to find, like, bad plot points or plot holes, and I can't find anything
No.
that stands out at all.
Like-
There are, like, a few things that are like, oh, I guess that could be different, but it's still
Yeah.
kind of solidified.
yeah.
It doesn't shape the rest of the thing.
And it's one of those movies where I never felt like, oh, how much time is it left, or what act are we in this movie? It always kept my attention. It's it flowed very nicely.
Yeah, you never thought like, oh, where am I? What's going on? You said that one of the first times that happened was Hacksaw Ridge, which we
Yes.
saw together. That was an also amazing movie. It was very anti-war, but very pro-troops, and I recommend you seeing that because it will change your life.
Yeah.
It's a big beacon of hope in a time that we need hope.
And I haven't laughed so much at a blockbuster in a long time.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid.
Hacksaw Ridge or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Okay, just
I'm
making
back on
sure.
Star Wars. I'm sticking
Yeah.
on track to our main topic.
Yeah, I
of
just
the day.
wanted to quickly put that in.
And yeah, we got to see that together again though.
Hacksaw Ridge?
No. Star Wars.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I'm
Uh,
seeing it again on Boxing Day with my family. We can definitely see it again before that.
Yeah. Maybe Christmas break starts soon.
And next week we're seeing Collateral Beauty and Assassin's Creed. So
Oh,
maybe
I'm so excited.
We'll make another podcast for those.
Yep. But other than that, I don't know. I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like it was a good podcast.
I feel like
Character development was great. Music was great. Story was great.
Visuals
Shakespearean ending. Visuals were great. Homages were great. Just everything about that movie was what we wanted and what we needed from a Star Wars movie.
I love Gareth Edwards' visuals, and also like what he's great is it's at making scale, making things seem big. That's what he did great with Godzilla.
Yeah.
That's what he did great with like what first happened was
Godzilla
like
kind of sucked, but he made it feel big.
he I don't think he wrote that. I
No.
think he just directed. So like, but this like basically what was so great about with scale was it starts off with a small ship, right, and it's going up to a Star Destroyer and it slowly lights up. And it's like holy crap, that's huge. And then the Death Star starts up, and it's just like way bigger than the Star Destroyer. And
It's so cool.
holy
And the Star
crap.
Destroyer looked like a toy too at one point. Like
It looked
not a
real.
bad thing. It looked like a toy, and then I realized it looks like a toy because the toys that I had were so detailed. It looked real, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was like this looks like what it should have looked like because in the original movies they had to use little toys.
Yeah, but like lots of times spaceships in movies like look fake. This one looks like something you could actually see in real life because like it looks so good.
Yeah, this was amazing. I recommend seeing it at least 5 times.
At least.
At least. If you don't see it 5 times.
At most like 100, because at that point you've probably just wasted all your money or like used so
you
much of your
don't have
money.
any money left to go
Yeah,
see it.
basically say it until you have no money. That's what I have to say.
Yep, this movie needs so many good reviews.
It needs so much love. It's gotten like for reviews it's gotten pretty good, but like it's not like 10 out of 10. They're mostly like 8 out of 10s.
Yeah, well,
But that's
It's a Star
honestly
Wars
for
movie.
review world, that's actually really good.
yeah, considering freaking...
Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 84 or something.
Oh,
like that.
cool. Well, Rotten Tomatoes, I still don't trust them.
I don't. Well, you don't
Never trust
like, they're always extremely
Never trust
judgmental.
Rotten Tomatoes.
They're extremely judgmental. So the fact that they're loving this so much is a good sign. But yeah. This has been a great episode of spoilers. I had a lot of fun talking about all these things.
I've been waiting to explode about Rogue One since I finished it.
Yeah, it was just brilliant.
Great movie.
But we'll see you next time on spoilers or
Yeah,
Couch Bros.
thank
Wherever
you
you
for
watch
joining
us next.
us.
Listen to us.
Check us out. We have a Facebook page. We've got...
You haven't done everything on it, but you know.
No, I'm working on it. I'm very busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, check us out. We're so glad you stuck through this friggin' almost hour.
There have been longer podcasts. This isn't that bad.
I know, but it's us.
Yep. So we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Couch Bros. Yay.